Hey everybody, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hey Mildred, hey Beverly. I'm gonna try to give y'all some time to come in the chat room. We got two cases we're gonna discuss today. Before we get started, y'all, make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all like this video. I don't ask much of y'all, but before you come in, go ahead and like this video so we can raise awareness. One of these cases I haven't really heard much about on social media, so I really would be delighted to bring this story out more to YouTube and to raise awareness when it comes to this story because all our girls need it. Okay, so make sure y'all like these videos. If y'all are in any missing children group or things like that, make sure y'all share this video in the missing children's group because we're gonna talk about two stories today. One real briefly because it's not really much information for us to give when it comes to that. But I do want to bring it to y'all attention what's going on because y'all we have like a common thread of missing black women, young missing black women. And so I want you guys to be conscious of that. Like I said, each situation, each case may be different. And a lot of them may be similar in a lot of ways. But as much as we can here, we will bring, awareness to these cases. We will try to look into any cases. If the Lord lead me to look into something and to go deeper, I'll do just that. If it's just my duty to spread awareness, then I'll do just that. One thing I don't want to do is ever get in the way or have any type of conflict with the family or getting away with the police investigation. So, like I said, I have to really be spirit led for me to go deep into something. Other than that, it may just be as simple as us, bringing awareness to it, raising awareness. So, one story I want to talk about, you guys, is a 20-year-old named Jada Govan who went missing in Arlington, Texas. So, we have Felicia Johnson, who we're going to later discuss, who went missing in Houston, Texas. Texas, I'm sorry, y'all. I have a real bad toothache that I've been dealing with, and so I that's why I keep like I'm trying to avoid hitting it and and irritating it, but I keep doing it, and when I do it, it's really bothering me. I just had to tell y'all in case y'all wondering why I'm talking like this. I'm really trying to avoid bothering it. But anyway, so what was I saying? So both of these situations happened in Texas, in popular parts of Texas. Okay. So I wanted to go ahead and kind of like pretty much touch on both of them together. Not saying that they linked in any way, shape, or form. I just wanted to kind of touch on both of them together. So with Jada Govan, I'm gonna play just a brief news clipping, and I already y'all, I'm not monetized. So I don't care as far as the news clippings that we plan because they will um hit me for
Have you
copyright,
seen this woman?
but it's cool because I'm not monetized, so there's nothing that they really can do but just get paid off the video. So I'm going to it now and I'm gonna share with y'all so we can hear like a briefing of her story and what's going on. And I'm gonna tell you guys, please stay for the outcome. I'm gonna tell you guys the outcome if y'all hadn't heard about this story and what happened. Okay, so let me go ahead and share the video with y'all real quick. Okay, so pay attention to this story, y'all.
Have you seen this woman? She's 20-year-old Jada Govan. And the last time anyone saw her was more than 4 days ago. She was at her apartment in Arlington. Family members say she lives with her mother, who saw her leave early Sunday morning, but Jada never came back. WFAA's Rebecca Lopez sat down with Jada's desperately worried family.
May I do things up here?
Jada Govan's family is frantically looking for her. She was last seen on Sunday at the residence at Arbor Grove in Arlington, where she shared an apartment with her mother. Her family said she'd gone to get breakfast early in the morning, came back home, then left again with only her phone.
Her card on her
Card on
ID,
her
everything
ID, everything
person's left.
person's left, just
So kind of bear with me.
So we haven't heard anything since.
Her family says she typically walks out this back door to her vehicle parked.
Okay, I just want to give y'all a briefing real quick too, and I think it's good that I talk in between these videos, so maybe they can't avoid a copyright. But yeah, so we having some technical difficulties. We've been having some real heavy rains and things like that today. But I just wanted to kind of give y'all a briefing if y'all was interrupted and didn't quite understand what was going on. So she stays in an apartment with her mother, and her mother stated she left that morning to go get breakfast. Okay, but she came back home. She came back in and grabbed her cell phone only. She didn't grab her purse. She didn't grab her money. She just grabbed her cell phone and left back out. That was the last time they seen her. So let me go ahead and let the brother. This is the brother that's speaking right now. Let me go ahead and finish playing what he said.
About 100 feet away in this parking lot. They don't know if she encountered someone in that lot. Her Dodge Caliber is gone. This is the license plate, RDY 5600. Unfortunately, there is no surveillance footage from the complex because the cameras weren't working.
It's real difficult. We really have no idea. So we're definitely trying to
No surveillance footage because the camera was not working. The cameras was not working. So I don't know how many cameras these apartment complexes should have, but I'm assuming they should have at least one in the front, one in the back, maybe one facing another direction off to the side. So none of these cameras, again, at this apartment building that you pay, I'm sure, a nice amount of money for, were not working.
figure out, put our heads and wrap around what's going on because it's definitely a difficult time. So we just want her home.
Jada's phone last pinged in this area at a cell phone tower near Park Row and Center, and her family says this is the last known location. After that, her phone went dead. A search one rescue team used cadaver dogs and searched this wooded area, but didn't find anything. Her family says the location service on her phone was turned off. They say Jada is only 20 years old and is extremely shy, keeping to herself. They say she isn't really on social media, and she would never go anywhere without letting her mother know.
She's real reserved and shy, so she'll definitely be frightened. I'm sure she's scared.
The family is offering a $5,000 reward, and Arlington Police is asking the public to call them with any information. In Arlington, I'm Rebecca Lopez.
Okay, so I wanted to share that story with y'all, and I'm gonna give y'all an update. Because Jada was found. So I'm gonna give you guys an update on what happened afterwards. And like I said, y'all, just for those that's just coming in, she left out that morning to go get breakfast. She lived with her mom in an apartment, okay? Her mom, I think she had like three older brothers. But anyway, she left out to go get breakfast and she came back in for her phone, but she didn't grab her purse, wallet, anything like that, okay? And that was the last time they seen her until the following day. So I'm going to share with you guys the update and why I find this story really weird and wanted to present it to y'all and see what y'all think. Okay, so this is not an actual obituary. I don't know. It's a lot of websites that create stuff like this. It's actually just a site sharing her information. But anyway, so according to her relatives, the search for missing 20-year-old in Arlington has come to a devastating end. Jada Govan's relative told WFAA that she was discovered dead in her car near where her cell phone was last pinged. The family was told of the findings on Thursday evening by the police. The 20-year-old was last seen at the residence at Arbor Grove in Arlington, which is those apartments. She stayed with her mother, where she shared the apartment with her mother. And she was last seen on Sunday, April the 10th. According to WCAA.com, her family claims she went out for breakfast early in the morning, returned home, and then departed with only her cell phone. No ID, no wallet, and she's driving. So that was kind of strange. She didn't take her personal wallet or no money. Her family wonders if she ran across someone in the complex's parking lot. But unfortunately, because the cameras were not working, there is no surveillance footage. Okay, and also keep in mind, you guys, what I found real strange too, and I wonder if she encountered somebody at the apartment's parking lot because she's like an introvert. Like if you listen to the stories and the posts and everything that people actually say about her, she's not really sociable. She don't really go out. She don't really do much. She's a homebody. She keeps to herself. She just, she reminds me of a lot of my daughter, but she's like real quiet, real shy. You see what I'm saying? So it just really it makes me think of somebody being snatched up. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that she's really an introvert. It's actually like she's a party girl. She hang out. If y'all get what I'm saying. Jada Govan's phone was last detected by a cell phone tower at Park Road and Center, where she was discovered dead. Now remember, y'all, she was found in her car, dead. The circumstances of her demise were not immediately revealed. According to the police, there is no evidence of wrongdoing. According to the police, there is no foul play. Y'all. This little innocent, introvert, 20-year-old girl, okay, who has a great relationship with her mom, with her family, would not leave without telling her mom or family where it is she's going, what she's doing, found dead in her car. Okay, where her cell phone was last pinged. And they said there's no evidence of foul play or wrongdoing. So you mean to tell me she left home to go kill herself? Is that what y'all say? Like, what are y'all saying? She left home and something just happened to her, but it wasn't no wrongdoing. But what the hell? And then I read, that some people, and of course, people is really, and I'm just gonna say it's always a group of people that just go with the flow, just go with whatever news report put out. They just go with it. So some people are saying that she just died in the car from y'all gonna have to help me out in the chat, but like the fumes of the car, I can't think of what it's called, but the car running, so she just sitting in her car and she just, I guess, killed herself. Just that, So anyway, the police ruled it to be no foul play in her death. Okay. A search one rescue team scored a nearby wooden area with cadaver hounds, but came up empty-handed. Her phone's location feature had been disabled, according to her family. And I just want to say this, everybody, please share your location with your family. Please share. Just turn it on. Let somebody know where you are. According to Govan's family, she was introverted and kept to herself. I just said that. I didn't even see that in this article. She wasn't much on social media, according to her relatives, and she wouldn't have gone anywhere without first informing her mother. Now they actually tell us that much on the news, and if you actually guys search her page, you can look at her Facebook page, and y'all can tell she don't really post much. If you go to her mom page, you can tell that they're not really social media frenzy or hungry for attention, especially this younger girl. And that's another reason why I think her story did not really get out there, and is not out there and trending and things like that, because her family is not really big on social media like that. Neither is Jada, from what I saw. But yeah, so you guys, her death is I can't say ruled an accident. I don't think they even really closed it right now. As of yesterday, they actually just laid Jada to rest. Her family did yesterday. So I don't really know where her family is planning to go with it. I couldn't really pick anything up because, like I said, they do have some family members who have their pages up. But right now, they just kind of like going through their grieving process, and sharing, pictures of the funeral and things like that. Not the funeral, but the homegoing celebration is what we call it nowadays. But so yeah, they're really not discussing much about the case. So I don't know if they standing by this ruling. And I'm really hoping that they not. I'm hoping that if you know that your child is not suicidal, because introvert doesn't necessarily equate to suicidal or mental illness or that something is wrong. Because like I said, my daughter is an introvert. And my daughter is a college student, very smart, but she just don't, how could I really put it? She don't, for her, the streets is not a thrill for her. She'd rather be inside. She'd rather watch movies, read, things like that. So for me, an introvert doesn't necessarily equate to loneliness, suicidal, mental health. So for me, I'm like, I hope they don't just kind of stand on this ruling, because I just can't see this young lady leaving her house, her family that morning, going to get breakfast, telling they're going to, for her to go somewhere to a park area and just die. Do that make sense to anybody? And just die. No notes left for mom. Now I'm gonna try to make stuff make sense. Let's think about it, y'all. No notes left. Dear mom, dear brothers. No, what do they call them? Suicidal notes. Nothing. But we're supposed to believe that her body was found in her car and it was no wrongdoing. So that right there is just weird as hell to me, y'all. And I am waiting for more information. If they do release information of her family, I am really wondering what her family is going to do next. And so I couldn't be mad at the fact that they wasn't really on social media, telling they moves, because everybody don't put their moves out there. So I couldn't be mad at that, but now that they actually laid her to rest and things like that, now I'm wondering if they're going to actually fight against the findings, or, have it deeper looked into. Is they going to fight for justice? And if they are, I'm here for it. Okay. We here for it, and we will report on it. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the case of Felicia Johnson. And I do want to say, for Jada Govan's family, our prayers, our thoughts and stuff are with you guys. I know this must be a tough time for y'all, but I really hope you guys fight. I really hope you guys look deeper into this, especially if you know that your daughter is not suicidal. You know that this is not normal for your daughter to run away, be gone for hours, and just mysteriously come up deceased in her. I really hope you fight for her. So I just want to share that with y'all. So we're going to go ahead into the case of Felicia Johnson. A lot of y'all probably already heard of this case. I briefly mentioned it before I finished out Alexis Morel's case. I believe it was during that time I mentioned that next we were going to look into Felicia Johnson. The reason why I'm kind of compelled to look into this a little bit deeper is because everything is still out in the open. Okay. And also I see that our good friend is beside the family. What is his name? The activist guy, Quanell X. Was that his name? The guy from the Malia Davis case? Drop me a one if you guys was with me during the Malia Davis case, and we looked into the Malia Davis case, and y'all remember this activist that was working the Malia Davis case. And I think I called him another Andrew. I think I called him, I might even did a video where, it was something about that man. It was something about the activist man, but I'm not going to go too far without starting from the beginning, because, I got to kind of bring everybody up to speed who ain't up to speed. So let me go ahead and share a little quick video so I can kind of bring everybody up to speed, and then we'll talk about it.
Finding their missing loved one after her bloody cell phone was discovered in a local bar.
Yeah, the family of Felicia Johnson says Felicia applied for a job last Friday at a local nightclub, and that was the last time anyone heard or seen from her.
Her loved ones are holding out hope now that she is found safe.
Xavier Walton following the case tonight. Xavier, it is the worst news for a parent. Her father speaking out tonight.
Speaking out, he is shaken up and desperate for answers. Just behind me is the last place anyone saw Felicia Johnson, and her father says he just fears the worst. So he flew in from California to be here to help find his daughter.
She's a beautiful, loving person, just like my mom, rest in peace. She's like her twin.
That's Felicia Johnson's father talking just feet away from where his daughter was last seen.
I can't put it into words. I'm trying to hold myself together and not just break down, and I don't know where my baby is or what's being done to her.
The family says Johnson was in Houston celebrating her 24th birthday and to make some extra money. Only that's not what happened. Johnson's family says she applied at CoverGirl's nightclub but didn't get the job. They say she was waiting.
Okay, so I have to stop it too, just to try to see if I can avoid a copyright thing. Okay, so she came from California to Houston to celebrate her 24th birthday, and while she was there, applied for a job to make a little money. So I'm assuming that she didn't plan on staying. Now I want y'all to listen to me. And please, because I know the thing is about me, I know other people have, do these stories and stuff like that, and they have their own research and stuff like that. But I'm telling y'all, I think I can bring a lot to the table, if not just even spark a thought. Okay. And I haven't heard this mentioned. I watched a few videos, breakdowns of it, but I haven't really heard this mentioned. Okay. And because I do know a little bit about the fast life breakdowns, fast life, and I can kind of break it down. Keep this in mind. I want y'all to keep this in mind. She was there temporarily visiting, right? And so she wanted to make a little few extra dollars while she was there. She was not going to be a long time commodity or money maker for this club. She was just looking for a quick hustle. Okay. So they didn't see her as somebody that could potentially make long-term money for them. Do y'all get what I'm saying? So it's different if she came to the club and she looking for a job where they can actually benefit from her like the other girls, and she can be enslaved into their system and be used for maybe months and years into the game, and they make money off of her. She was just looking for a quick hustle while she was there. So I'm sure when she went to go talk to the owner, she let this be known, like, hey, I'm only here for, I don't know how long, I haven't really dug deep, but I'm just gonna say I'm only here for a weekend or whatever, and I wanted to see if I can get a quick job. So in this case right here, I would really be looking out for you more than you can really benefit from me. You see what I'm saying? You ain't really beneficial to me if I can't really have you in my club. You a good looking woman too. Why you want to go back to California? Why you don't want to stay? And actually make some money for me. And so this is why I believe it was something about that. Okay, listen to me, y'all. I'm not even gonna read the chat because I'm inside of my thoughts and I want to stay there. It was something about the fact that it wasn't going to be a permanent situation, just a temporary thing. And I believe that, oh God, come on, speak to me. I believe that whoever took her wanted her here. They wanted to keep her. They didn't want it to be a temporary thing and for her to go back and be. Somebody said to me, "Are you a psychic?" No, I'm not. But I do listen to the Lord. I do hear him, and I can hear him, and I do go into meditation. I do. And I'm really feeling strong about this. Okay. I'm really feeling strong about the fact that, and I don't claim to be no psychic. Okay. But if God come back and confirm it, hallelujah. I really feel strong about the fact that it was the fact that she was going to leave. Eventually she was going to leave. She wasn't going to stay. She wasn't going to stay around. We can make money off of you if you stay. And if she continuously said, "Oh no, I'm not staying. I gotta go," it's only gonna be a temporary thing. Now we're gonna force you to stay. We're gonna force you to stay here. So, like I said, I don't want to stretch it too much, but that is what I feel real strong about, and that's why I wanted to kind of stop the video so y'all can kind of get that understanding. It's not the fact that she just went to this club and applied for a job, as the news is saying. No, she applied for a quick hustle. Let's get that straight. And that's a big ass difference, especially when it comes to a club. We're going to start talking more about that, but I just wanted to point that out. Let's get it. Hey, y'all. What's up, my girls? Anyway, let me go ahead and finish playing.
For an Uber, getting ready to leave when a club patron offered her a ride. She accepted. The family says her cell phone was found here, but not Felicia.
Now, a Patreon, this is what's told to us from the news, that a Patreon from the club, we even heard a regular from the club knew that she needed a ride, okay, because she had to call her Uber, which means, first of all, she had to get dropped off. Okay, so if she needed to get an Uber back home, then she must have got dropped off. And this same Patriot that saw her apply for, that saw her get dropped off, could have possibly saw her get dropped off, and she went to go up or whatever and saw her on the phone outside waiting on Uber. So I'm just thinking that if it's a patron or it's a regular at the club, it definitely could have been somebody that saw her get dropped off by the Uber. Okay, and even could be connected to the owner. I'm definitely, for me, and y'all know I always kind of tell y'all where I started. And for me, if y'all know, I'm gonna be looking at that club. I'm gonna be starting at that club because for one, she went there for a quick hustle, and also too, it's so we're gonna pull up too some reviews that I read about this club, you know, and how the club actually feel about her kind, you know, and so it could be a situation where no, we're not gonna have you working in a club, but at the same time, we can use you. We're not gonna let you work in our establishment, but we can use you. We could benefit from you, and we're not gonna let you leave here. We're not gonna let you leave here. You already told us, or told the owner, you already let it be known that you're not here to stay. You here to make a quick few dollars. You here for a quick hustle. You already made that known. So no, we're not gonna let you leave. We're not gonna let you leave here. We can actually make some money off it. You know, do y'all get what I'm saying? So, and then there's a lot of that, y'all, especially in the club scenes. It's very dark. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of that. And then I'm also gonna show y'all too how this club, which is like a lot of clubs in Texas, even though it might be a strip club, it's also a little, I don't know if they call it like a happy endings type of thing. I can be wording it wrong, but it's kind of like a gentleman's club too, or how do you say, like an escort thing too going on. And I live in Texas, so I know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, so a lot of these clubs too, these strip clubs too, and I don't go to the strip clubs, I just know what I'm talking about. Okay, I hear stuff, I see stuff, I know what I'm talking about. Are also gentlemen's clubs, you know, and where they do maybe escort services and things like that. So yeah, I'll show you guys a little bit later some reviews that I read about this club. But anyway, so like I said, I'm really feeling strongly about the fact that it was the fact that they knew she was going to leave and she wasn't going to be there long. She was just visiting, in and out, wanted to make a quick dollar. And so here we got our activist friend, y'all. Who remember him from Aaliyah Davis case? Who remember him? And the crazy thing to me is, like, it's been so many different situations, you know, where women went missing. I just showed you guys with Jada, you know, different cases, and it's just like it seemed like to me he jumped on whatever's trending. He just seemed like a real clout chaser. Like he just jumped on whatever story is already out there and trending. So I don't know. I haven't spoken to nobody in the family, but I'm willing to bet this was something that he jumped on, like, because he knew it was already out there and people was already talking about it. Anyway, let's finish listening.
That cell phone was found discarded on the side of the road at Bear Creek Park, and the phone was covered in blood.
Texas Equus Search spent hours scouring the area where Felicia's phone was found. Detectives from the Houston Police Department were at the park as well, talking to Felicia's family.
But we want Felicia to know the community is looking for you.
The family, close to where their loved one was last seen, but far from getting the answers they so desperately desire.
I won't rest a day in my life until I have you back.
A dad there desperately wanting to find his daughter. Meantime, Houston police, they were here yesterday to get surveillance video to hopefully ID whoever it was Felicia got in the car with. Reporting live in Northwest Houston, Xavier Walton, KHOU 11 News.
Okay, so, and then from my understanding that the police, it took them a minute to actually get the video.
For a 24-year-old who vanished after leaving a Houston club continues. As Fox 26's Gabby Hart speaks with that woman's father one-on-one today. Joining us.
My fault. From my understanding, y'all, it took a few days for the police to actually get the surveillance from the club, and of course it could be edited. They do have the surveillance now, so we can kind of get a idea of who she got in the car with. I personally believe this is gonna be another cover up. I don't even really like speaking negative stuff in the atmosphere, but it's just, that's what it's looking like to me. Excuse me. It seemed like that should have been a first thing they did was got that surveillance footage, the first thing. And also her cell phone being found like 15 minutes away from the club, her cell phone being found with blood on it. And from my understanding, they didn't want to take it into evidence right away. It took some time for them to actually say, okay, we'll take that into evidence. So to me, it's already looking like a cover up. And again, we already learned, we already know, when you see a cover up, who the hell are they covering up for? Who are they covering up for? And remember, I'm going to actually have a graph and a chart. I'm going to write something down and I'm going to have it. And I'm going to pull it up every time we see a cover up. And we're going to have it. We already know it's an organization, a secret society. We already know it's a business establishment. We already know. We know that it's certain high up people that police work with that they will cover up for. And that's it. So if we are indeed looking at a cover up, I'm going to really lean more towards either the hotel that she stayed at that night, in which the hotel that she, or motel that she was staying in while she was there, would also know that she takes Uber. She was traveling around in an Uber. Or I'm going to look more at that club. One or the other. I think it can only be one or the other, if you ask me. Okay, because remember, she's in a strange land. And both these establishments, both of these people know it. They both know. And the strip club know that she was only there for a short time. And she needed money. And so we can't really, benefit from you for real. Like you here, you need money, you need a quick hustle. And, so really with them, I don't trust that. I don't trust the fact that they knew she was just there for a certain time and she wanted to make a quick dollar. Not really saying that she needed money while she was on vacation, but I'm pretty sure that's how they probably took it. Oh, you here from California, you need some money so you can leave. I'm just saying. Anyway, it's just really weird to me, but I want you guys to kind of, I Googled this club and I want us to kind of look at the things that, and of course, it's a lot of comments about this club since Felicia had disappeared, but it's just some that kind of stood out to me a little bit. Okay. This is one right here. Okay. This comment right here from Joseph. Now remind y'all, I kind of went back a little bit further in time because I didn't want to just come across all of, stuff that happened after. So anyway, in 2018, somebody said, perhaps the worst experience at a strip club in Houston. Let me go back so I can see it. Walked in and sincerely wanted to spend money to celebrate my buddy's birthday. After walking in, seeing this club empty, okay, we should have walked out, but decided to go inside. So y'all, this is pre-COVID. This is pre-COVID. And pre-COVID, this club wasn't even popping. Okay, pre-COVID in 2018, this club wasn't even popping like that. But again, I guess it depends on what day they went in. But I'm pretty sure if they were celebrating a birthday and stuff, they probably went in on a weekend. And this club wasn't really popping. Numerous girls walked by and seemed more interested in texting on their phone or sitting at the bar chatting with bartenders. Even saw one dancer texting on stage, shaking my head. She seriously seemed more interested in her phone than dancing for anyone. Now, again, this was in 2018. And the reason why I know you're like, Malika, why pull it up? Why I find that relevant is because it kind of gives you an idea of the establishment. It's not, it don't sound like a real professional establishment. Because really, what professional establishment is going to have women walking around texting on their phones? And so, in my mind, we dealing with a club because we don't know. We ain't been there, right? So, in my mind, we dealing with a club that's not really professional, not really popping or packing. Females on their phone when they come in, probably sit at the bar looking at whoever walk in the door, judging, talking shit. You get what I'm saying? Because we're not talking about a really professional establishment. And I didn't say that by just reading one comment. Come on, it's several reviews where you can see that we're not talking about a a professional establishment. I can't even give y'all an example of one, really, but we not. Or even maybe somewhere that would be so full where something happened, a lot of people would be talking, or somebody would have seen something. To me, it just seemed like maybe a little ducked off establishment that maybe not even popping like that. But anyway, drinks are reasonably $13. That stuff don't matter. I'll definitely drive past this place for my next excursion. This person said I went once and that was good enough for me. Okay, and then when I did see good comments too, don't let it be twisted, because there is some good comments on there. It was always about the food. I promise y'all, it was always about the food. Okay, it was more so about the food than anything. All right, so this club was nicely decorated. Drinks were good. One of the bartenders had a bit of an attitude when I took a selfie, but I guess it's policy. So it's policy that you can't even take pictures of selfies in there. Not, and I'm not talking about taking pictures of other women, but selfies in there at the bar. And the nighttime manager was was a spectator and hospitable. Did I say that word right? Spectacular. Oh, and hospitable. I'm sorry, y'all. I will be back. Okay. Somebody said fun and relaxed atmosphere. They got good prices for drinks, dances, hot girls, whatever. Okay, so yeah, they got some good comments, but at the same time, like I said, no one's smoking inside, anything like that. Waitress friendly. They don't really talk about the girls. Normally it's about the food and things like that. I don't really say too much about the girls. It say some right here. He says some girls were friendly, some was not. Drop lots of money on lap dances with a beautiful brunette, okay, named Talia. So, y'all, I might be reaching, and I'm gonna reach a little bit. I will reach. I'm gonna reach a little bit. So I'm gonna reach, and I'm gonna assume that we talking about club that may be a little ratchet with snobby white girls. And excuse my French, this is not to disrespect nobody. This is just for me to paint a picture in my head based off of what I'm seeing. Okay. We talking about a club that this beautiful young black girl walked into, okay, with her beautiful makeup done, with her hair done, slant, looking good, walks into this white establishment, okay, where you might get a few white girls, ain't even a lot of people, ain't even crowded. Okay, and plus during especially the time of day that she went, so I'm pretty sure it wasn't that crowded. You probably got white girls sitting around texting her on their phone, sitting at the bar chatting. I can't imagine the look she got. I'm gonna just pause right there. I couldn't imagine, y'all, the look she got when she walked in the door, and especially talking about a job. I can't imagine the conversations that was happening amongst them girls, them dancers, them attitude snotty having white girls. I couldn't imagine. And this is not no racist statement I'm making. I'm talking about the girls in the club, the brunettes. I don't think black people are brunettes. Y'all ever seen any brunette black people? Now, when I'm talking about us, I'll let you know I'm talking about us. I don't have no problem with coming for anybody, any race. But what I'm getting is we got like some attitude, snobby having white girls sitting around a bar. And I can't imagine the looks of the conversation. And let me tell y'all something too about them clubs. A lot of times it's always them owners is banging them girls, a couple of them girls, or maybe a few. And I'm pretty sure they wanted to know what was that whole meeting about. I'm sure they wanted to know about that meeting. I'm sure they, and so, I'm having a hard time getting past that meeting. I'm having a hard time getting past that meeting of her seeking employment or a quick hustle. I'm having a hard time getting past that because I'm imagining what the scenery was possibly like when she walked in the door and after she left. or tried to leave and get a ride. Makes me even wonder, was it somebody, a Patreon, that was sitting there amongst the other girls and saw her get dropped off and knew that she needed a job or a quick hustle? And all of these people set this up. Because guess what? She was a sheep amongst a bunch of wolves, ready to be devoured. Because for one, and this is not me being funny again, this is me being real. For one, she walked into an establishment and she probably stood out because she was against her people. She wasn't with people of her own kind. She wasn't around her own people. And not only that, from my understanding, this is a racist establishment. This is an establishment that said we'll never hire black girls. So they already thought she was a joke, asking for a job. They probably, when she walked in the door, they was already, what's she doing here? Laughing and texting and talking amongst themselves. They ain't really got much work. It ain't many lap dances going on after COVID at the clubs. Okay, it's a little bit less than it was in 2018. So if they really wasn't packed in 2018, you know they ain't really doing nothing now. So she walked into probably a real tense atmosphere anyway, where they all probably looking and they all laughing at you and talking about you. And she had this private meeting with the owner for a quick hustle for a job, but he know that she not actually looking. She coming and going. He knows she coming and going. He knows she not from here, and she only here temporarily. She coming and she going. We're not about to let her leave. We're not about to let her, you know, you want to make some money? We'll set it up for you to make some money. Maybe not here, but we'll set it up for you to make some money. You need some money? You know, and so, especially when it comes to regulars too. I've also read, I heard it mentioned that the particular person that possibly, and see, this is what I'm thinking. I'm going to put it out there, what I'm thinking right now. And of course, y'all, this is just my opinion. I'm going to read what y'all got to say in the chat room too. Of course, this is my opinion though, okay? I'm really thinking that if it was somebody at that club that was a regular that decided to give her a job, decided to give her a ride, I'm believing that particular regular is cool there, okay? Because the regulars are cool with the owners. The regulars are cool with the dancers. The regulars know the dancers. The regulars know the owner. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm thinking, all right? If it was a regular customer that took her somewhere, it was because the owner told him to. That's what I believe. I believe it was because the owner and maybe them girls set that shit up for somebody to take her up out of there and play it off like they would give her a ride and take her up out of there. That's what I'm believing. But of course, if she had already called the Uber, they got to move fast before that Uber get there, right? So they know that Uber is delayed. Did she tell them her Uber was delayed? They got to move fast and try to get her up out of there and get her trust or whatever to take her somewhere. Don't tell her what they told her. You know, I'm going that way. I could just take you. I mean, come on, I'm friends with the owner. This my man's, Mike. This my man's. I just need y'all to kind of follow me. And this is us just talking. We're going to share some more stuff. But, you know, I'm friends with the owner. I come here every day. I come here every weekend. He know me, don't you, Mike? Yeah, I know him. I'm just saying, Mike. I think his name is Al, the owner, but I'm just throwing some stuff out there. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. And so she, okay. Well, yeah, because I don't feel like waiting or whatever. Let's hurry up and get her up out of here. So I definitely believe that it would be a connection between that Patreon that come there, that regular that come there, a relationship between him and the owner. At least that's what I believe. And so I believe that, you know, anything could have happened, but I definitely believe that phone, that was the one thing he wanted to hurry up and get rid of because she already had the Uber on the way. You know, she could have, of course, contacted anybody, but I'm just saying, so his man, she was probably on the phone texting or calling or anything. So the first thing I need to do is get rid of that phone. So I don't know. I'm just, you know, I'm believing it. And it could be a whole system, a whole trafficking thing that they got going on. I don't know. But the reason why I wanted to point that out to me, because it was many red flags that I saw. Many red flags that I saw with her even going to this particular place and trying to get make a quick few bucks before she headed home. It was many red flags I saw, and especially the atmosphere. I'm just picturing the atmosphere that she walked into. And so now when you kind of think of it, we got a young, black, beautiful woman, and we have a majority white club. I'm just giving us the visual. And you got white girls sitting around like, I know she do not think she's going to work, or whatever. Look, what is that, her hair? I mean, I'm just saying, y'all, I'm just giving a visual, right? And so, and we know that they probably got attitudes, and especially seeing a beautiful black girl walk in the door and trying to get some money or make some money there. And you already got the strip club game is already so competitive and so catty and so dark. Anyway, it's catty as hell anyway. So I'm just saying, I'm just thinking, like, I really do think that that owner and them girls in that club need to be evaluated more, in my opinion. That's what I think, y'all. Need to be looked into more, in my opinion. All right. So, like I said, they didn't really, and so they say slow midweek, but Thursday, Friday nights were great. So, they saying it was, slow, is real slow in the midweek, but I guess it's a little bit more entertaining, I guess you could say, on the weeknights too. And like I said, I also believe that this club is one of those clubs that it's one of those clubs that also do I don't know what they call it, but it's like a escort thing. If you know the right word to say, if you know the right people, you know what you can get while you're there. And it's a lot of these type of clubs here in Texas. But anyway, and I'll find a word for it and probably bring it up again later. But here go a comment. So anyway, honestly, I'm not the one to write reviews, but after the day, I felt like I was back in the 50s. I showed up with my boyfriend and 2 female friends of mine. So her boyfriend, and she had 2 friends. They would not allow us in because each female needed a male escort. What? That's absolutely ridiculous. What strip club don't allow a group of women to come to the club? What strip club don't allow 3 women? What strip club tell you that it have to be a male per every woman or every 2 women? Hold on, let me see what she said again. Would not allow us because each female needed a male escort. What club that you go to where each female have to have a male escort? I never heard of that before. I've never heard of that before. However, I do know of some clubs that have certain policies or requirements because they're more of like a dollhouse. And that's the club, I don't know if y'all know, but like I said, they do extra favors and things like that. I can't speak on the dollhouses everywhere. I'm just speaking about one in Texas that I know for sure I've actually read that do, favors and things like that and happy endings and shit like that. So, for me, I think this is one of them because they require for each woman to have a male escort. I think it's just one of those clubs that, offer happy endings and things like that, and so they kind of keep track of, per coupled up. I don't know. It's just weird to me. I've never heard of it. I don't know. I'm not a strip club attendee. So can y'all, anybody in the chat room, I hate to just throw y'all out there under the bus, but is that normal? I just found it unnormal. Is that normal that women would get refused to go to a strip club if they don't have a male escort with them? So I asked myself, why would that be? And so I'm like, I wonder, is this one of them clubs that have those, particular restrictions, that requirements, because they do those extra happy endings and things like that, And see, the thing with, and the reason why, in case some of y'all is lost, okay, the reason why I say that, because those particular clubs, right, they make a lot of extra money with taking you to the back room. with taking the guys to the back room, right? So they wouldn't want the extra, like the girls and her girlfriends, getting paid, and that's giving guys happy endings that don't work there. You get what I'm saying? So they want to kind of, if it's extra women that come into the club, they want to make sure that they escorted bad men who willing to maybe, go in a room and have threesomes, stuff like that. But they don't want it to be outnumbered by just females, and females getting paid and stuff like that, and they don't actually work there. So I don't know if a lot of strip clubs is like that, but I do know a particular dollhouse that do have certain restrictions and stuff like that. And because I was gonna go there to a dollhouse before, I didn't know it was actually a strip club. I seen it like a entertainment spot. You see the lights and the glitz, and I looked it up one day like, oh, I wonder what's in there. And I read it, and I read the restriction. I was like, wow, okay, so you have to have a dude, every person have to have a guy. They are real strict when it comes to certain things like that. And so I was wondering, was it because of the special happy endings, favors, and all that kind of stuff that they do in those particular places? And so they can't just have different females, gangs of women in there, and possibly making money and going in the back rooms and stuff like that. So it kind of makes sense to me, but I don't know. Someone in the club knows something, worker, because that's what I feel. That's what I feel like. That's what I'm more leaning towards too. But this person right here said they are a lesbian couple. The two women, her two friends were a lesbian couple. So I apologize if a man wasn't necessary to accompany us, but we were ready to spend money and have a good night, but they refused to let us go in without more men. Okay. So even though that they wasn't men that was women that was actually in there to possibly work with the, for the men, get money from the men. It was a lesbian couple, but still that probably went against their policy. They had, every woman have to come in with a dude. So yeah, I'm sure some stuff. It's some stuff that go down. I'm pretty sure some secret rooms. If anybody ever been in those cover girl places, let me know. Or whatever the hell it's called. Or anyone like them, let me know. I would love to know. And so like he said, yeah, when you go, and then there's another thing I noticed, y'all, too, I wanted to point out to y'all. Okay. They have a lot of questions. And again, this is before she passed away. Okay. If y'all notice, all the questions that people was asking is mostly about their age restriction. Like it was a lot of questions being asked about, young girls. If you are 19, can you go in? And to me, I'm gonna tell y'all what I think about this too. If I'm 20, can I work there? Even if I'm off by a year? Are you hiring 19-year-old dancers? Now look, y'all, all these posts is done in 10 months, it say, right? All of them done within 10 months. All of them done by different people, right? Let me slow down because I want y'all to really pay attention to this, okay? Are you hiring 19-year-old dancers? Okay. 10 months ago, this was made by Stephanie, right? Next question. No, I'm sorry. Ask by Latavia. Okay. Ask by Latavia. Next question. If I'm 20, can I work there? Ask by Alicia or whoever. All right. No, not until you're 21. Answer by Stephanie. 21 only. Answer by Stephanie, right? Same thing. How do I apply to work here? Well, not the same thing right here. If you're 19, can you go in? Asked by Muhammad. Popular questions that's asked within the community is about the underage. So I'm really wondering, why is people so fixated with this club? Like, why are young girls so fixated with this club? Or did someone from this club write these questions in here? Especially being the fact that a lot of them is written back to back, same question around the same time. So I'm really wondering. Here go another question right here. 18 plus, 21 or up, or 18 and up. Okay, and it was answered by Mia. So it's like a lot of young girls is attracted to this place. So I'm really wondering, was it talk or anything like, is it talk about underage girls, and and you can go to cover, like they'll let you work there, like they'll let you, all you gotta do is get a fake ID. Like I wonder, is this some talk? Was this some talk about this club? Because a lot of young girls, is asking questions, or a lot of young people asking questions about whether or not they can work there. Or is this something that the club wrote? Because the club can write their own Yelp reviews. And if y'all know what I know, a lot of businesses have somebody they know or themselves write their own Yelp reviews. So this could have been something that the business itself did to kind of make it look like, no, we are totally against underage girls in here. And they probably got a lot of underage girls working up in there. That's what I think. Because I just found it strange that there was so many questions about, can I work there under 21? Out of all the questions. Out of damn near all the questions. Okay, so I also, let me see. I wanted to pull something else up for y'all too. This story is just, it's horrible. I really believe she was a wolf around a whole bunch of sheep. I mean, I hope nobody get offended by the things that I say. I just don't really even feel like trying to sugarcoat nothing. For me, it's just so much better to just not sugarcoat shit and keep it real. I just don't have the time for it. Okay, so this is the club owner. I'm going to pull it up. Information on the club owner. And we have to understand, too, what we dealing with. This club owner is wealthy. I know y'all know that by now, right? And I mean wealthy, okay? The man is wealthy. The man is rich, okay? Got a massive home in Texas, over five acres of land. It's owned by Ali Davari. I might be pronouncing his name wrong, y'all. Davari. We're gonna call him Davari for today, okay? Ali and his brothers Hassan also own multiple strip clubs in Houston and the Las Vegas area. The home reportedly featured over 3,300 square feet of living space and 16 bedrooms and 20 bathrooms. Y'all, this man have a home with 16 bedrooms and 20 bathrooms. What I'm wondering is, hold on. Oh my God, did I stop sharing it? Did y'all see it? Hold on. Let me know if y'all didn't see it. I'm gonna have to go back and pull it up. Let me see. I'm wondering if they and you know what, y'all, if they hadn't checked this man's home, if they have not checked this man's home, I definitely see a payoff, police payoff, cover up. Who is he housing in there? Exactly. I don't know what the hell happened. I just had it. I'm gonna have to go back and try to find it for y'all. Because to me it seemed like, okay, if it's a real open investigation, right? To me it seemed like, let me go ahead, pull it back up for y'all. To me it seemed like they would have already looked into the strip club. They would have got that footage right away because, of course, time is of the essence, right? And it seemed like to me they would have also looked into the owner of the strip club. Oh, no. Wrong one. Y'all bear with me. I don't know what the hell going on right now. But anyway, okay, I shared the wrong thing. Hold on. It seemed like to me they would have already been like looking at him with a fine tooth comb, unless he have some kind of dealings with Houston police, in which a lot of times the cops are paid by these big time establishments. But anyway, so yeah, y'all keep in mind that his home has 16 bedrooms and 20 bathrooms. Show a picture of it. Do y'all see how massive this home is? Do y'all see how massive this home is? Like literally, this man can have secret departments. This is why time is of the essence. Okay, this is the reason why time is of the essence. Because if the owner of that club had somebody to take her away, and had somebody to take her to his home in Houston, who's to say that this man don't have all type of play moves that he make to get people from one location to another location, or to I'm just saying, or places in his house where he capturing victims. I mean, I'm just saying, time is of the essence, because he got too much money, he too powerful, he could do too much, too many resources, too much. So here it is, we looking at how many days into this case, and they just now taking her bloody cell phone in as evidence. They just now getting the footage, what I'm pretty sure have been edited by now, right? Y'all, like, if they come back and say, oh, we didn't see her leaving footage, and I'm telling you, I'm thinking they're gonna probably say she might have walked off, or they're gonna capture a piece, they're gonna give us a piece of footage of her being seen, and next thing you know, she vanished into thin air. Do y'all not see that happening? How many of y'all actually see that happening? If they release some footage from the club, you'll see a footage of her standing there like she waiting on somebody. And then it's going to be like she walked off into thin air. How many times have we saw that? This man is too powerful. He has too much money. Like, he can house anybody in these places. He can house trucks, put a truck in there or something, and have them moving in and out and leaving and going from the States to Mexico. Because remember, y'all, Mexico is right next door to us. And there's a lot of trafficking and stuff that goes on. Amber, if you pay attention to Amber Alerts, it's a lot of Amber Alerts coming out of somewhere in Texas. Mostly El Paso and San Antonio, but coming out of Texas in general. So, secret doors, walls, that's what I was going to say too, Cynthia. I kind of got sidetracked, but I was going to say, yeah, secret compartments, secret doors, secret walls. Like, he can have a whole, seriously, for real, y'all, this can be a whole trafficking, like, system, thing that they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? Maybe not, with just random girls that pop up on the scene and things like that. But I bet this wouldn't be their first time. I don't think this would be their first time. I'm really leaning more towards this strip club. It was nothing good said about this club. And the fact that the owner, really was not willing to work with the police, work with the family, go out there, show some support, show his sympathy. It just shows to me right there that they hadn't something. They're not really sympathetic as to what happened. I believe that they all saw a young black girl in there, and I think that they set her up. If not, they definitely had that Patreon or whoever left out with her. I believe that they had that person to leave out with her. Did she check the place background first? That's what I was also going to bring up, Beverly. When I was saying it, I wonder what made her go to that particular location. Like, I wonder if she heard some stuff about this place, but she was old enough, right? She was within age, so she didn't actually. I could see if she was only 18 or underage. So she didn't have to actually go there. She could have went anywhere. So y'all do wonder, or was it the fact that she was just looking for a club nearby the room, the hotel, the motel that hotel she was gonna be staying in? So it could have been that situation where she was already at the hotel and Googled strip clubs nearby. But I doubt if she read the reviews It wasn't a lot of reviews that really, it was only a few reviews, but like I said, most of the reviews were more about the drinks. And so you definitely feel like that bar, got some nice and strong drinks and some pretty good food. But they really didn't say much about the girls there. The things they did say about the girls there, you read it, the girls had attitude, the girls was on their phone texting, the girls, you see what I'm saying? So they didn't really have a lot of good stuff to say about the girls. So maybe for her, it was a convenience type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like the club is only right here. Do anybody know how close the distance between, I didn't look that up yet, the distance between the hotel and that she stayed at and the strip club? Because it could have been a matter of convenience. It was the nearest one. And so she just went on a humble, thinking because this is Houston. Okay, because I think what a lot of people don't understand is you have many parts to Houston, many sides to Houston. It depends on where you are and what crowd you around. You know what I'm saying? Like it's many parts to it's not Texas is not or Houston is not just a black party scene like a lot of people think. It's a lot of, it's very diverse here, and it's a lot of different groups, and it's a lot of different areas, that's kind of dominated by those groups. It's the whole Mexican, I guess you can say, party scene too, and things. So people got to keep that in mind. So I guess it depends on exactly where she was at. Not just Mexicans, whites. Like I said, it's very diverse here. But a lot of people just see the black Houston scene and just think that it's, predominantly black, and they come here and they can just turn up and have a good time. And it's very diverse here. I think a lot of the people don't understand that. So I'm in a doc office with no charge. Oh, okay. But yeah, to answer your question, Beverly, I don't know if she was really looking to check into it like that. You know what I'm saying? And I also kind of wonder why she was there. Like, did she need that quick hustle? Watch the time while she was there? Or did she want to kind of get her feet wet and see what it'd be like? I didn't hear her family saying whether she was considering, because another thing is too, we have a lot of people that move from California to Texas all the time. All the time. Texas to California, California to Texas. You have a lot of people here in Texas that's from California. So was she talking about relocating and want to just get her feet wet and see what it'd be like if she made a few dollars here while she was here? That's what I'm kind of thinking. But again, that's just going off my own opinion. So yeah, like I said, I believe that, if the cops don't really look deep into this, they definitely getting paid off, because this man got money, and usually with money come power. Usually his property taxes is $135,000 a year. Okay, so I mean, shit, 16 bedrooms, 20 bathrooms. He had 36 rooms in that house. I'm just saying, like, I just think that, if Houston police is not really moving on this, it could be because of the purpose of a cover up, and that they are paid off by that hotel. So, I just wanted to show y'all that, like, we will have to really do some more digging when more, stuff come out about this case. It's really sad. It's really sad that, her parents don't even know where to start, where to look. I mean, nothing. Nothing. She was in a strange town. She was in a strange town. But hold on. Houston club owners face claim they operate illegal tip pool, failed to pay minimum wage. So yeah, they got a whole bunch of dealings and stuff. Lawsuits, claims that they facing, all type of claims, discrimination claims, all type of stuff that they facing. So it really was not a good place where she decided to go. We're not judging what she decided to do, but I'm just saying this place that she decided to go to for a quick hustle was definitely not it. And that's what scares me. It's the place. It's really the place. I don't know how y'all feel. I'm gonna read the chat in a minute. I'm strolling because you know what, y'all? It's not every time I get off. Right after I get off, it be some updated news. And also, I would like to know how many did she, did she take a girls trip? If so, how many people was on the trip with her? Do anybody know that? Do anybody know how many people was on this trip with her? Like that's weird to me too. Um, and just like I said, I like to have everything, all the information. I ask a lot of questions. I want to know everything. How many girls returned back? Do we know any of that? And then she went alone. Why would she go alone? Why would she celebrate her birthday alone in a different state? And then also, somebody said, how was she aware of this particular club? Like I said, she could have just Googled it. She could have just Googled it, y'all. Because there's a lot of clubs in Houston. She could have just Googled somewhere close by where she was going to be staying. That's what I'm thinking. Because if anything, if that wasn't the case, I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10, she wouldn't have chose that particular one. If it was like upon research and stuff like that, this was probably like a spare of the moment type of decision. While I'm there, I'm gonna try to make me some. She could have thought about this before she left, but just didn't really do her research. I think her choosing this club was the fact that the distance between where she was staying at, which I'm gonna probably do. I know I'm gonna end up doing another part to this video and stuff like that. And I hopefully I had that information so we can actually see if that could be the case, that she just Googled a random place that was close by where she stayed. So, but anyway, I don't really have anything else for right now. I just wanted to kind of open up the book when it comes to this, and the bloody cell phone. Now that they got that, hopefully that they're gonna do some kind of DNA analysis on it, and we'll see if it was any fingerprints or anything on a cell phone. Hopefully we'll get that information, and when we do, we'll come back. So her phone was found at Bear Creek, and it was only about a good 15 minutes away from the hotel. Let me read what y'all saying in the comments. I was trying to see if there was any more I wanted to talk to y'all about. I'm here, Malika. I'm about to eat lunch, but I'm here listening. Okay, we about to get off, Kanisha. Secret doors, fake walls, all of that. Like a Playboy mansion. Don't it? As a business owner, it's important to know. Patrolling officers think about that. Yeah. Can you scroll up just a little bit higher? Who, me? The house is so big they could have moved her as they're searching. That's what I was saying. They need an army of squad. That's what I was trying to really get to, Cynthia. That's what I was really trying to say. That's why time is of the essence, because that house is so big. They could have had a whole way to get her to the house, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And even by the time she came up missing or whatever, had her out of the house. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's why time is of the essence. Because this man have too much money, too much power. He got a house that could be a shelter, that can be a shelter for a whole trafficking operation. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, it's just, time was real crucial. And the fact that the police department was allowing time to slip. Now, y'all can't tell me the police officer. We know time is crucial. We know they know this, okay? They got a whole show called First 48. They got a whole police show. I learned actually that time was crucial watching First 48. Okay, so they know they only got like 48 hours, if that, to get this case cracked. But yet they didn't push the club enough, or they didn't subpoena them or get a warrant for their surveillance footage. Well, they would have had that warrant within 24 hours. They could have had that warrant. That's where she was last seen at. She's an out-of-towner visiting. They could have had that warrant within 24 hours, got them surveillance footage. When they found that bloody phone, immediately took it into evidence, swiped that baby. Whoever did it, I'm pretty sure had gloves on. I'm believing they had gloves on. Let something come back, boom. Then we good. You know what I'm saying? But either that or they didn't have gloves on, and the police still gonna cover it up. But it just looks like a cover up to me. You know, I don't want to put it out there and say it is for sure because we still don't know, but it looks like it's headed that way. Remember, I said the same thing when it came to Ariana Taylor. I said, y'all, I did a video live and I said, y'all, I don't know, but it's looking like they're going to say accidental death. The journalist said it, but it wasn't actually said out on the news that her family done like that. But this is what I think that they're going to do. Right. And so this is really what I'm saying right now. And I think it's going to be a big cover up. There's going to be a big cover up, you know, and so that's what make me want to look even more into the club and even look into the hotel. Who else is they covering up for? But anyway, we'll be on a little bit later when we get some more information about this. We'll discuss it a little bit later, you guys. Right now, I just want you guys to be aware of what's going on with Miss Jada and Miss Felicia in a case, and it's horrible that we got to keep dealing with this time and time again, where our girls is going missing, our girls is just ending up found dead somewhere. Like, this is horrible. But yeah, when I hear any more information, I'll come back to y'all and we'll try to figure it out. All right. I want you guys to be safe. I love you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later. I'm out.